Welcome! Today I'm going to be using ChatGPT to build me a loadout in Phantom Forces. If you don't know what ChatGPT is, it's an online AI that you can type to and it provides answers. Now, obviously it isn't the best as it is an AI, but today I'm going to be seeing how far it can go and see how well of a loadout it can build me. So if we just write, pick me a primary weapon to use in Phantom Forces, and let's see what it gives me. Okay, so it's giving me a few options here. It's got the M4A1 AK, the SCAR-L, the AUG 3. You know, these are pretty good options, but I'm gonna ask it to pick one of them for me because I want it to give me a specific loadout. Yeah, let's say pick one of the primaries listed for me to use. M4A1. Okay, it wants me to use the M4A1. I'm just gonna take off all the attachments I have so that it's a default M4A1. Give me a sight to use on the M4A1. Red dot sight. Well, I need a more like specific one. Alright, which red dot sight should I use? And it's just giving me tons of options, which I mean I like, but I want like a specific one. And what are these? Aimpoint Pro. I don't think there even is any. Okay. Well, the only one on this list that I think are actually in the game is the EOTech. Now let's go pick a barrel attachment for my M4A1. Muzzle brake. Okay, that's good. I like that. Muzzle brake. Good, good, good. Give me an under barrel attachment to use on my M4A1. Vertical grip. Not the best. Not the best. Let's say give me an attachment from the other category for my M4A1. Okay, so the AI would recommend a flashlight, which I wouldn't. I need it to also give me a secondary, so let's just ask it, which secondary should I use in Phantom Forces? I don't know if I have to specify in Phantom Forces, but we'll see. But it's giving me a few options here. The USP, that's and dual Berettas, these are both CSGO, and so is the Desert Eagle, but I guess we can use the Desert Eagle L5. I think that's all. So ChatGPT has given us a pretty good loadout. Well, I wouldn't say pretty good. This is like a basic M4. This is like I've got 10 kills in my M4. Let's just see how we go with the AI generated loadout. We've got a stock Desert Eagle L5 here, a Deagle, and we've got this M4. I still don't know why it recommended me a flashlight. I mean, the M4 base is pretty good, so this gun is definitely not going to be bad. But it's just not the best. I really don't like the EOTech sights. I think they're ugly and they don't really work for me. I'd rather a reflex. And I asked for a red dot. This gun doesn't have too much recoil, which is pretty good. That's just how the M4 is. And the Deagle is actually a pretty good secondary, because it's pretty high damage for a secondary. Like, this setup is good, but it's just improvable, if that makes sense. Like, I could easily just change like 2 attachments around, and this would be like a pretty good setup. Like, this basically is what I use on an M4. I just change the sight, the grip, and make the flashlight a laser, or a full stock actually. But I don't think the AI knows too much about Phantom Forces, because like the stuff it was giving me, it was some stuff that was related to Phantom Forces, but there was some stuff that was related more to like CSGO. So, like, it knows Phantom Forces, but obviously since the other games are more popular, it knows more about those. This guy with the C7 is just destroying me, and I really hate this sight. I think I might ask the AI to give me a different sight. What? That should 96 damage with a body and a headshot? That's annoying. And then look, I just get beamed by this guy. Alright, let's ask ChatGPT to give me a better sight. Another option to consider is the ACOG. Not an ACOG. Okay, it's recommending me an ACOG. Now, me personally, I wouldn't choose an ACOG as my sight of choice, but it's much better than an EOTech, I'll say that, because the EOTechs, I just really hate them. And the ACOG, I can actually see where I'm shooting, you know what I mean? The ACOG is also pretty good for a map like this, but the recoil again isn't the best, and I think it is most to do with the grip it's given me. Let's ask again for another sight. Just one more time, just one more sight. Certainly, another option to consider for the M4A1 and Phantom Forces is the 1x aim point sight. aim point site. I guess the comp aim point. That's the only aim point I'm seeing. I'm much happier overall with this option than I am the other options I was given, because the aim point's a pretty good site. Okay, so overall, I'd say the AI did a pretty good job and like gave me a pretty decent setup. Maybe later on, it could give us better setups, because I mean, as I said earlier, oh, I'm getting shot at. As I said earlier, it kind of knows Phantom Forces, but at the same time, it kind of doesn't. But that's just because Phantom Forces is a smaller game. But maybe later on, when more people use ChatGPT, I could revisit this and it would give me a better setup. I mean, I'm not too mad at what it gave me. Overall, I'd probably rate the setup like a 6 out of 10. Like, it's very usable. It's just very improvable too, if that makes sense. But overall, pretty good.